That makes you really happy. Special American beer. Alright. So if we go back up this way, you find it icky. It is... I do know, like, it helps fund things. Like, in the movie Return of the Killer Tomatoes, they literally needed to take product placements to finish the movie, but they make the product placements like a joke throughout the movie, which is a fun way to do it. Like, they literally stop the movie and like, alright, we can't finish making this unless we have product placements, and like, from that joke forward, there's a scene where it's like, how are we gonna catch up to them? I know. In our new Ford 4x4 with off-road capabilities and a V8 engine, nothing could outrun us. It's like, that's the right way to do it. Obviously, you can't really do that in a serious tone movie, but in a comedy, it works quite well. It's like if an Oscar-winning film has to be sponsored by Pizza Hut, yeah. Like, the tone of Death Stranding is fairly self-serious, so it is kind of, it takes you out of it to have the product placement. But at the same time, Kojima's, like, tone in general is very, whiplashy. Like, Metal Gear Solid games will go from having a serious discussion on nuclear proliferation and, like, the responsibility of a nation, and then in the next moment, there's a joke about, like, I knew who you were because I looked at your butt. It's like, okay. And for some people, that is problematic, having that tonal whiplash. But admittedly, I live for it. I love tonal whiplash. The Norman Reedus ride reference, yeah. But there are a couple of packages here I didn't have the carry capacity for earlier, and I can now grab them before I go back to the house. Wait, no! I went the wrong way. The packages I wanted were in the other direction. Huh. I don't want to be in system. I want to be... I guess because I'm climbing right now. Gone with the Wind, associated with State Farm. There we go, yeah. We couldn't access our hand. Yeah, I was supposed to go this way. This is where I wanted to get the packages I left behind. Your package is on another mountain. The Cliffs of Insanity. Oh. Get the impression, Martin. You might not enjoy Kojima's games. Which, again, is fine. Not every game is for every person. I don't think I've disliked any of the games he's made. The weakest probably being Metal Gear Solid 4 for me. But overall, I would say I'm a fan. When I was 14, I loved the shit out of Metal Gear Solid. I still love the shit out of Metal Gear Solid.
Don't worry, you got this.
I don't understand why. So, I don't think most people think of Kojima as being a genius because of storytelling. Like, the stories are, again, they're nothing special. I think they're fine for the most part. Depends on which game we're talking about. I think most of the praise, and this is definitely true for me, is more in the gameplay department. Like, the man has a very playful sense of how a game can work. So, like, the Metal Gear games, there's always fun little nods in there. It's great. Yeah, creativity and gameplay, fourth wall breaking, Pix gets it. Like, the man doesn't give a crap about conventions. Like, he just makes what he wants to make, and the way he does it is always fun and entertaining. Always seemed awkward to you. I've never had that experience. If there's one thing I can get behind, like, all of the games play very well, including this one. Like, the concept is awkward on the surface level, and it takes some getting used to, but, like, he made a game where the gameplay loop of walking can be engaging and interesting. It's fun. Yes, his willingness to take risks. You create your own shade, yeah, right? I don't have to worry about getting a sunburn on my face. Yeah, the Psycho Mantis experience will always be a big core memory for me when I played that when I was in school as a kid. Going into school the next day just being like, my god, you don't understand. The game was messing with me. It knew what I played. It knows what I play. But every Metal Gear game has like 1 or 2 or 3 or more things like that. Like little moments that will stick with you. Those were fun times, yeah. Like Metal Gear Solid 5 is still, to this day, one of my favorite video games, period. And it's not even finished. Just for the simple fact that, like, you can have a box and you can hide in it. But if you play around with the game enough, and the game never tells you, it never explains to you explicitly that you can do any of the things you could do in the game. By virtue of playing the game and experimenting, you could learn that, like, I could use this box to slide down a hill at great speeds and get away from an encounter. Like, you can just interact with all the different elements of the game in free and open ways and make your own experience. Who knew climbing a ladder for 5 minutes would be something, right? I mean, Metal Gear Solid 5 I came to as an adult, and again, still one of my favorite video game experiences of all time. Again, you don't have to like the games. That is perfectly acceptable. I am a big proponent of the idea that not every experience is for everyone. As someone that loves horror movies, that is just something that you come to accept. Like, there are a lot of people that don't like horror. But just because we will be playing it, we'll try to limit the poo-poos, like yucking people's yums. If folks like these kind of games, let them like those games. Because I'm one of those people. I like this game. Alright, I wanted the tar sample because it's huge and heavy and I didn't have the capacity for it last time. What a thrill, Snake Eater. Bwah, 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 bwah. For me, it's always gonna be sports games. Like, I'll never quite understand why someone would be, like, excited for a new Madden game, but I'll never begrudge them that excitement. Like, I'm glad they get to enjoy it and they're excited for it. It'll never be something I'll be excited about, but I'm glad they get to be excited about it. Good for them. Yeah, reasonable. Oh god. Careful. Like, it's weird to have a game where the stories you tell later on about it, like Death Stranding, the story you tell is the time you fell down a mountain and all of your packages fell into a river and got swept downstream. I'm not sure everyone really totally gets this game, so we still like them. That is certainly true with me and Death Stranding. Like I said, I don't quite remember the backstory for Sam, and I don't care. That's fine. Like, as long as I'm having fun, I'm happy. We hate ourselves more than anyone ever could. Oh. You know what? That's not even a great example for me. The example for me, and like a game type that people enjoy that I can never get into, is open world survival crafting games, like Rust. I don't understand why people like Rust. I appreciate that they like Rust, and I'm happy they like Rust. Like, my brothers both love Rust. They play it all the time. I will never understand the joy of Rust. That just seems so horrible to me, the Rust experience. Yeah, or Valheim. Like, I'm glad that people like Valheim. I've hung out in, like, in a number of people's, like, streams while they played Valheim, and, like, just chilled. It's fine. Like, I'm glad they have fun. Rust-type games and Dwarf Fortress-type games, like, I love Dwarf Fortress. I can't stand Rust. Like, completely different games for me. But I definitely, like, you would never have to explain to me if you don't like Dwarf Fortress. There is nothing more immediately understandable to me as a human being than someone saying, I don't care for Dwarf Fortress. Like, yeah, I get it. Dwarf Fortress is inscrutable. That is the only game I could think of where I spent, like, a good few days just sitting down and watching videos and reading wiki pages so that I could play it. Like, I had to go through, like, a college course's worth of work so I can get into Dwarf Fortress, which is not for everybody. But I'm glad I did it, because I like it a lot. I just can't do it. And that's perfectly fair. Totally understandable. Now, I'm gonna get up to the top of this. I'm gonna realize I went the wrong way, because I was not paying attention. You love Dwarf Fortress, but hate every other Dwarf Fortress-style game. Like, for me, I love Dwarf Fortress, and people constantly keep on saying, like, you're gonna love RimWorlds. And I played RimWorlds, and I want to like RimWorlds, but so far I have not been grabbed by RimWorlds. I haven't given up! To be clear, I have not given up. I'm gonna keep trying with RimWorld, because I do think I'll like it eventually. But so far, like, RimWorld just keeps on being kind of underwhelming for me. Yeah, this is a game that you will viscerally feel Sam's suffering. He will not play games with guns in them. Really?
I want you to know that we appreciate you.
Oh my god, I made it. Like, I think, a conversation I've had a few times at this point is around Night Rain, and, like, there are people that their favorite genre of game are Souls-like, and they are angry at... they're angry at Night Rain. And I don't get that part. Like, I really, really like Night Rain. I've been playing a lot of it. I'm excited to play more of it. I look forward to every update. But there are folks that look at it as if it's taking away a new Souls-like from them, but, like, that's not how game development works. After the success of Elden Ring, that company, like FromSoft, made so much money. Like, they are able to have more developers working for them now. They could have multiple projects working at the same time. So we know they're working on another primary entry in their general genre experience. What's going on, Otter? It's just a very fun Elden Ring mod. Like, it's a perfect game for what it is trying to be. But a lot of people don't want it to be that game. It's weird to me. To be honest, like, I had zero interest in Duskbloods because of, you know, the Switch 2 exclusivity and it being a PvPvE game. But I like Night Rain so much that at this point I'm like, I really hope it's a timed exclusive and not a forever exclusive. Like, I really hope that makes it to PC at some point, because if Night Rain is this much fun, it kind of gives me hope for Duskbloods. It's so different. Like, it's not a Souls-like. That's just straight up, Night Rain is not a Souls-like game. Like, it doesn't have RPG stats. I'm not leveling up individual stats. It's just a quick auto level up.
I've been waiting for you.
It is its own thing now. It is like a mix of Battle Royale,
Stuff
Souls,
goes missing all the time,
roguelike.
but it looks like today is our lucky day.
But they only took,
Thanks,
like,
Sam.
just the right parts from each of those things. From the Souls-like games, we have stamina management, meaningful button inputs, learning patterns, the combat. Like, we took that. From the roguelikes, we just took the randomization, but not a lot of randomizations, just enough to keep it fresh, but enough consistency that it becomes a game about planning routes and learning, like, what you do at each individual moment. Like, it's a game with a higher skill ceiling because it's not fully randomized. And then from the Battle Royale, it just took the time pressure element and nothing else. It's like, it's just chef's kiss. They did such good work with that. And it makes me excited for, like, how are they going? Because, to go on a weird tangent for just a moment, the FromSoft development, like, credo almost, like, their whole how they make games is they make a game, and then the next game builds on it. Like, it might not be the same kind of game, but they always take an element of what they last worked on and take the best element and bring it into the next one. So, like, there's a clear evolution from Demon Souls to now, where we see, like, they improved, take that part, put in the next one. They improved, take that part, put in the next one. And this is such a weird, experimental game, but it really, like, solidified the netcode. It works so much better, and it's so fast and punchy, and, like, I want to see how that's going to move into the next game. I'm excited. Like how Smash Brothers is in a Mario game, yeah. Yes, like, that's the other thing I find interesting about it, is if you had played Elden Ring, you have a distinct advantage, because you know what the gear does. You understand the words in the game. Like, what I find fun is Abe Clancy keeps on playing as the Recluse, and he's not necessarily playing the Recluse a lot because he likes the Recluse, he's playing it because he did not use magic in his Elden Ring playthroughs. He has no experience with the spells in the game. So he's been grinding out time on the Recluse, largely so he can get familiar with the casting speeds, the damage output, like, the range. Like, all the spells behave differently, and he doesn't know any of that because he didn't play the base game. So, like, you could go into Night Rain without ever having played Elden Ring whatsoever, and you would have a great time. But if you played Elden Ring, you have a distinct advantage on, like, understanding how the enemies work, the weapons work, and the spells work. It's like a weird, interesting game. I can't really think of examples of games like it, like, where they took a thing and just remixed it with other stuff and made, like, here's a new product.
Now displaying your current port.
Yeah. I got an ad for Death Stranding, which seems appropriate. Very appropriate. I feel like I'm an antisocial monster. Like, when you look at this star, I'm good at delivering packages, I can murder a dude with reckless abandon, no one sees me coming, I am great at, like, the service industry element, and then Bridges is like, how good are you at, like, interacting with humans? That part of the star is not growing.
I gotta say, Sam.
I feel like I need to be, like, interacting with the likes more
You
often.
can borrow the private room whenever you want, right?
I'll go
Kill
masturbate in there.
yourself for our sakes.
Yeah, I think I'll start doing more of the asynchronous multiplayer stuff. Like, I'll leave more comments, I'll like more things. Alright, delivered some stuff. I have a lot of empties I can recycle here, I think. My god, yeah, I burned through a lot of grenades in that fight. And I don't think I need all of these assault rifles. This game has social media? No. It doesn't have social media. It does the Dark Souls asynchronous multiplayer element of... You know, Dark Souls, you could leave a strange, obscure message on the ground. This, you could do a similar thing, but because the whole theme of the game is, like, connections, you can, you know, rate up the message. Again, it's Dark Souls. Like, you could thumb up or thumb down a message. Similarly, like, you can take on other people's deliveries if they couldn't complete it, and help them out. Like, during that boss fight, like, people, those were other players' like, equipment that they designated as support equipment. So, like, that stuff getting thrown to me was other players helping out. One of my least favorite things about Souls games, really? I've always appreciated that element. Like, in the Souls universe, I like it more. Mostly because the whole, like, reality is shifting and crumbling and, like, collapsing in on itself, and, like, time is distorted. So having all of these strange, ephemeral messages from other worlds has always really jived with me. Yeah, this one too. We're just gonna keep one rifle. Yeah, the hallway of mysterious bloodstains. You quickly went offline? Hey, no judgment from me. If there's one message I try to get across, you play a game whatever way makes it fun for you. There's no wrong way to play. Nothing pisses me off more than people that are like, ew, you used summons? You used spirit ashes in your game? You didn't play the right way. It's like, fuck you. That's not how video games work. I feel like you played the wrong way if you didn't utilize all of the mechanics in the game, because you paid for the full experience. Go in there, use all of the parts. Why would you ignore a part? I don't get that. You're missing out on part of the fun. Other players would have gotten rubber ducks thrown at them? I wish. PC Dark Souls still has an Andor Londo hacker problem? Yeah. We were joking the other day when we were turning on Night Rain and the anti-cheat software popped up. I'm like, I wish it would actually stop cheaters. Dog ahead, stop being clever by Godfrey for me. You use Fireflies and Mario? What a chump. Like, I always think my preferred system is you play a game the first time through is you go for maximum, like maximum. I like putting it on whatever the default difficulty is because that's what the developers consider the core experience. And then I want to see as much as I can. Like, I want to use whatever is in your game. And then my other playthroughs are like, alright, now we're not going to use X, Y, and Z and you up the difficulty. Because doing it the other way first, I feel like you're going to miss a lot of fun content. But if that's how you want to play, again, that's how you play. You do you. Yeah, no, don't be a gatekeeper. That's just an easy way to live life. Alright, I've recycled a bunch of garbage. I don't have to take things out of the locker just yet. Before we leave, though, we want to do that. And before I do anything else, I have to pee. PRV. Alrighty. Into my private room. I am covered in goo. I feel like I would need more temperature control than hot or cold. I can't believe they didn't let us see his butt in this game. The first game proudly displayed his cheeks. I'm still hung up on this. No butt cam, like why? I was joking earlier, but I really think, like, Ghost of Tsushima just outbutted them, and now they're embarrassed. That's what sold me on the first game.
As I said before, there's something I need to tell you. It's about Luke. You see, after you left Bridges, I decided to do a little digging into BB-28's past. That is, Lou's. I found the BB decommissioning records. Now, according to them, BB-28 was flagged for disposal and subsequently incinerated 4 years ago.
My child's a ghost.
Long before you and Lou first met.
That's BB-28?
This is the child officially identified as BB-28. But if you look closer, Sam, you see at once that it can't possibly be Lou. Right there at the elbow, where the birthmark should be. Nothing.
My God.
Which means
Make a Gooner
another
game.
BB-28 on our hands. The one with whom you memorably went west and back not so long ago. That is Lou. Per regulations, the serial number assigned to each BB was unique. No two units should have ever been assigned the same one. I've cross-checked the details with the most up-to-date entries in the UCA database. And indeed, there is no reason to believe BB-28 survived. All of which can only mean, Sam, that the bridge baby you carried with you on your journey across America, Lou, was never recorded in the official database.
My God.
So, where then did Lou come from? Right now, your guess is as good as mine. But as worrying as that sounds, this could actually be to your advantage, since it's functionally impossible for the UCA or Bridges to track a BB of which they have no...
We just gotta go ask the ghost of Mads Mikkelsen. He'll know.
If they did know about a BB that could live and grow outside the pod, they'd want to secure it for study. So take comfort in the knowledge that they don't, that you're free, that you can bring up Lou in peace.
So that's why we went into hiding. Thank you. I was wondering why.
The two of you living as a family. Right. I have gifts for you. A few things to take back home.
This is still a hologram, right?
An assortment of vaccines to be administered as your child grows up.
Whoa, whoa, I don't want my kid to have autism. What do you, come on, game. I'm sorry. I had to make the bad joke.
Be afraid of shots. Maybe this will help put Lou's mind at ease. A token of my affection.
Hologram of fucking JFK Jr. just kicking in the door. Sorry, RFKR.
I wonder how big Lou will get.
Frowny face.
Anyway, there's one more thing I wanted to share with you. As you know,
I'll put my own sad faces. I
everyone
made
is
me
meant
sad.
to go to their own beach when they die.
There we go.
But unlike most people, I wasn't born from a mother.
How's this happening?
I was born from an artificial womb. Transplants provided the organs I never had. I was incomplete and had no beach, I believed. But I wasn't about to accept that. I
Made
went
my
back
own
home
beach.
to study the Ha and Ka and the beach. I threw myself into my work, Sam. I tried. But I think I've done all that I can. In the end, I'm still a patchwork Frankenstein's monster. One that's just about worn out.
That's his upcoming movie.
As a doctor, I can tell you, I don't have long left.
That's very funny. That's like literally his next movie that's coming out is Del Toro's Frankenstein,
To research. That's why I'm here, Sam.
which I'm very excited
Where I
for.
can focus on the beach. There's so much data here, Sam. On beach formation, jumping via beaches, the relationship between the beach and plate gates. All the evidence you could ever wish for. Not enough to solve every mystery, perhaps, but enough for me to make an incredible personal discovery.
Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein.
It doesn't matter how I was born. I have lived as a human. And thus do I possess a beach like any other. I am not a machine, but a person with a Ha and a Ka and a beach to go with them. Lastly, I have a confession for you, along with a heartfelt apology.
I farted in this room.
I told you once that I didn't have dooms. But that's not actually true. Not that I was lying, you understand. I just didn't know. It was only after I found my beach that I realized. Chiral allergic reaction. I can feel it getting closer. I'm off to the beach, Sam. To my beach.
You're not allowed to kill off Del Toro's character, you monsters. He's busy. Can't kill what's dead. His name's just Dead Man.
Sam.
Very good.
I forgot I put that as a picture on there.
No. It's news to me too. I'm sorry that Dead Man is gone. But he would have been pleased that you managed to extend the UCA network all the way to his lab.
Now I'm mad at the dude that we met upstairs who's like, yeah, Dead Man was he's happy you're here. It's like, you son of a bitch, you knew he was dead the whole time.
I guess I'm homeward bound.
Missing little Lou that badly?
You know I am.
Come on back, Sam. Lou misses you too.
I'm also wondering about that Croaker. That is fragile, like they told us in the recap that her body was aged. I don't know why it doesn't look aged. I'm sure it'll be revealed at some point. I mean, obviously I gotta drink. Is he like one of those, you know, touring rock stars where he has a list of things that must be in his room? Because no matter where we go, our room always has 3 cans of chiral tea, a little terrarium where we could eat a bunch of little bugs, and the walls have whatever pictures I've decided to enlarge and enhance. One, 3 cans of chiral tea. 2, shitty bugs. Only yellow M&Ms. No centipedes. Well, we've already showered and I assume taken a nap. So let's get out of here. Yeah, put on your garbage sunglasses. Shower with camera, above waist only.
About that message Dead Man left for you.
You
I
bastard!
hope you understand that he wanted to tell you all that himself. He didn't want it to come from me or anyone else.
I'll never forgive you for this.
Naturally, we respected his wishes.
Bastard.
We'll also be carrying on his research in his stead. I'm sure you will, but please take care of that last order he left for you. On another note, you can now use your PCC to construct generators and bridges. Build them along your delivery routes, and you're sure to make a ton of other porters very happy.
Good.
Trust me. Who knows? They might end up returning the favor someday, too. Also, you can now fabricate tri-cruisers, trikes with 2 front wheels. You'll be able to build, charge, or repair tri-cruisers at any facility with a garage. Like this one. It's a battery-powered vehicle, so if you run out of juice in the wild, you can always construct a generator to recharge it.
2 wheels in the
Just
front.
be careful not to run out of battery when you're outside network coverage. You can only use your PCC to build generators or any other structures when you've got a network connection. So without coverage, you'll either have to ditch a dead tri-cruiser or wait forever and a day for the solar panels to recharge it.
More stable
Once
that
again,
way.
thank you for linking up all of Mexico, Sam. Be safe out there, and pay us a visit the next time you're
Really, you
close.
just mean the parts of Mexico that you care about, because again, half of it's off the map.
Sam, I just reviewed the list of UCA associates. You can rest easy. Any data concerning your life on the run has been erased. So once you've taken care of Dead Man's final request, you can come straight home. Access the terminal on site for the details. I'll take care of Lou. Just focus on the job.
Deliver the present for Lou. Fun fact, Kojima's never seen a map. Not once. Alright. I mean, the missions just bring stuff to my baby anyway. Head back to your shelter.
This custom cargo container is designed to be attached directly to your chest. The words, "For Lou," are written on it.
Alright, we want Lou's present. Take everything out of storage.
Tri-cruisers are now available for fabrication.
Okay. But first... I don't think I need new boots. Fabricate vehicles. I feel like having one wheel in the back would be... Like, wouldn't you want two wheels in the back, one in the front? Am I crazy? Either way, I'm gonna make one. Can we add a series of minigames where Norman Reedus does lower back stretches? In the director's cut. Really? It's more stable to have two wheels in the front. Well, never mind. Why do we put children on trikes that have the wheels wrong? Why do we hate children? Deal with it, kids. They gotta follow while they can still heal fast. That sounds right. Decals, please. Porter. I haven't unlocked any fun decals? Well, fine. Guess in that case, Porter. Alright, route simulator. I don't know how I'm gonna get my trike down a sheer mountain.
Commencing route creation.
A capsule decal would have been nice. It'll be really fast. Straight down.
Delivery route final. Commencing route creation.
Oh, no.
Delivery route finalized.
Nice route. Head out. Definitely got to change some of the stuff I got on my back. Some of this is going to be recycled. I don't need it all. Nice wheels.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Okie dokie. Recycle. Okay. I don't think I need 1,000 blood bags. One blood bag should be fine. There's resin in blood? Man, microplastics really have become a problem. One gun, please. Yeah, I still have to take stuff out of my locker, too. Wait, do I have a gun in the locker? I have my handgun. That's fine. Keep the PCCs and that stuff. Recycle. Claim materials. Is there a claim all button? Like, is that a button I could just press here? Oh god. Bring all the chiral crystals with me. Metals, 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 metals. I don't think I want to take all of this stuff with me. That'll be heavy. Special there's a lot of stuff in this facility. Yeah, I only need one blood bag. I'll keep 2 blood grenades with me. That's a lot of stuff, man. Okay. Claim everything. We'll just leave stuff in storage if we need to. I'm watching cargo capacity just go off the rails down there. Well, I'm not gonna take everything, that's for sure. Special alloys. Oh, God. That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, the bike does have storage, thankfully. We could load onto the tri-cruiser. How much can we cram on the tri-cruiser is a question. Exceeds capacity. Let's put all this in my private locker. Okay. Storage. Chiral crystal collector, my private locker. So, handgun. I don't want to recycle my handgun. I want to take my handgun with me. Store materials? Backpack? Facility storage. This is where we want to go. Okay, in my private locker. These things are coming with me. And not everything here can come with me. So let's take, like, the big thing of metals. And the big thing of special alloys. And that's both my storage things on the Tri-Cruiser. And then we'll take one thing of chemicals and one thing of ceramics. And one thing of resins. We have everything we could possibly need.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
I don't remember muting myself. When did that happen? I feel like there's a ghost sometimes. That was like 12 feet. Lookout post.
Jibber jabber jibber jabber jabbering.
Where's this going? South Distribution Center? You're just very predictable. Distribution Center. I think that's behind us. No, that's the research lab. Oh, it's ahead of us. All right, we can make that delivery.
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
I got you, buddy. I'll take care of it.
Nobody is
I got you. I got you.
Nobody knows.
No, not carry on back.
If they
My God, put it back on the Tri-Cruiser. It's so heavy. There we go.
Nobody cares.
Carefully.
Nobody knows. That's just how it goes.
Whoa.
It's just how.
Cryptid figurine. Come on up the hill.
It's just how it goes.
The artist.
Waste of breath.
You picked up a lost cargo for delivery to a location that's not been connected. Delivering it makes the recipients more amenable to being connected. Huh. Now, where is the artist? Is that a oh. Oh, Lord. This is where I was like, huh, we almost went up a mountain. There's probably nothing up there. Wrong. There is a thing up there. Marker C.
Commencing route creation.
Alright, so we want to do marker C after we drop off the stuff at the distribution center. Get on there. The artist is up there. Whoa!
Deep into the unknown.
I'll have to recharge my battery soon, but I think we'll have that happen automatically from distribution center up ahead anyway. How do I unlopsided my thing? I feel weird looking at it lopsided like that.
It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes.
Dutch angle bike.
It's just how it goes.
Yeah, I'll interact with more signs. Although, again, I should put some of my own down.
It's just how it goes.
Delivery!
It's just how it
Please take care. He becomes tolerably tall.
Skirt!
It's just how it goes. It's just how.
Deliver! There you go, buddy. This is a universe where just mail is on the floor everywhere. People just don't finish their jobs.
Bienvenido, Sam. Picked this up while you were out and about, huh?
Yes, I did.
Thanks. We really needed it.
I'm glad you needed that map. Yeah, 2.5 stars.
You're a cut above the rest, that's for sure. Take this
Anti-BT
thing.
vapor.
I'm sure you could use it.
Stops human foes too, huh?
We've reserved more materials for you to use.
Thanks.
Go ahead and take whatever you need.
No, I already got a lot, man. I can barely carry what I have.
Your current port upgrade.
Huh? Come on, Bridge Link!
I've shared with you the schematic for EX grenades. Fluids taken from Doom sufferers used to be required for their production. But we've recently developed methods to synthesize the necessary compounds.
Are you trying to tell me you don't need my
So we
pee
don't
anymore?
need to lean on you to churn them out anymore. These grenades aren't actually capable of taking down a BT, but they can be used to drive out
The grenade's still made of
slow
piss,
down
but people know that
captures.
now.
Temporarily, at least. This should give you more than enough time to get clear of BTs or to use other weapons to neutralize them. You'll figure out the most effective ways to use them, no doubt. Enjoy.
No doubt. Okay, bye.
Well done.
Skirt!
Please take things with you.
I can't see! Jesus Christ, the bloom! Alright, there's our C marker. Porcelain vase. More stuff for the artist, huh? Ladder. Climbing ropes. Ugh. Right on my back. Throw some extra. Stop trying to make me throw pea grenades. Like, they describe it as almost like a stun grenade, which I understand conceptually, but we're talking about fighting, you know, mindless, instinct-driven monsters.
Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders.
Hey, buddy.
Requests.
Snake, Psycho Mantis is afraid of your piss. Fragrant sun candle, porcelain vase, cryptobiote figurine. There you go. You're welcome.
So, are you a porter?
Yes.
Wait, are you here about that missing cargo of mine? I'll
Yes.
take a look at it now.
Good.
Felt like fielding a bunch of orders for me, huh? You're a lifesaver. Hope it wasn't too much
It
trouble.
was an incredible amount of trouble. Pay me.
You know, I always thought you could.
No, ma'am. I'm a Porter Bridges.
You can go ahead and connect me to the Carl network.
Welcome to the network. Enjoy your hi-fi Wi-Fi. Interesting. I wonder if we could just go off grid and find other people to connect. Did they explain what being connected? Yes. So the Chiral network is not just improving the clarity of their images, it means they are capable of using chiral printers and hooking up to a vast network of like 3D printable database stuff. Yeah, I wonder if we could just like drive off into the darkness over there. Oh, we got new colors.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Whoa. Guess I'm online now. Interesting. The network has more uses than I realized. A lot more people can see my illustrations now. Oh, I shared some color data I think will suit you.
Thank you.
You can use this data to customize your headwear and other clothing.
I didn't know about those colors until you gave them to me. Working illustrations out there?
I went looking for a place where I could focus on my art, and found myself here.
How did you build your underground bunker?
Beauty to be found in this place. Infinite sources of inspiration. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blind to the destruction that Death Stranding has wrought. Some of us just see things through a different lens. Now we're in a newborn world that has yet to be shaped. A blank canvas. It's filled me with so many intense emotions that I want to convey to everyone else. I just hope that somehow I can translate these feelings into
10
my
points
art.
to anyone that could tell me who the voice actor for Lauren Tsai was. It was probably on screen for a second and I missed it while I was watching the subtitles down there.
Thanks for coming. I'm glad we were able to meet. You've given me what I needed to finally complete the piece I've been working on. I'll let you know when it's finished. Till then, take care.
Order completed. Well done.
There's a sign nearby requesting aid? Is this a trick question? I want to know. Giant rubber duck.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Thank you kindly.
Technically, Lauren Tsai has no voice actor because she's a person. The artist was voiced by Lauren Tsai. That would be why I didn't notice a name for the voice actor, because she's playing herself. Alright, map. Like, I'm almost tempted to just ride off into the sunset over there, but... What else am I able to build these days? Watchtower, a bridge, a generator, a timefall shelter, a postbox. Okay. No zipline, therefore, who cares? This is a zipline family. Downhill, baby! Woo! 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 Yeah! Oh gosh! This is not how you're supposed to use this! Only the most dangerous way to ride! Yeah! Yeah! Oh yeah, baby! This has gotten a lot of likes.
Anybody out there?
333,000 likes on this bad boy. God damn. He built a good bridge. Well, now 420 has to tell us about Lauren Tsai. Wait, I forgot how to get to the SSS. Not like that. Where are my route markers? We're largely on task for my route markers. The Bokka. She's from Wellesley, Massachusetts. Massachusetts? I'm in Massachusetts. Well, we definitely want to visit this bad boy. And what are these? A supply. Bring me a weapon. Blended aromatic oils. Alright, from where I am, when we get to here, marker D.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
The weapon requests will probably go unfulfilled. Whoa. I'm gonna get myself on the network by going to my D1 marker and hanging a left there. There we go. Yeah, jump it! I got your lost mail.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Alright, I got a package for you.
Process your orders and requests.
There you go. I found it on the floor. You're welcome.
You a porter? Because I don't recall having any outstanding orders.
You just look at your package.
I'll check the records and see what pops.
Thanks, Steak. How you doing?
Oh shit, you found it. This is that carbon that went missing a while back.
You're welcome.
You're a shining example of what a porter should be. The best I could ever hope to meet.
You want to be on the network now, right?
I'm willing to trust you have the best intentions. Put me on the network.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to share my data with everyone else. Other porters should definitely find it useful.
There's no better high than connecting to the chiral network, let me tell you. Bokka's my favorite Avatar The Last Airbender character. He's the Bokka. This dude's one house represented a huge swath of land on the network. Ooh, trekking boots.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So, now I'm connected to the network.
Yeah, welcome.
You can get goods and data and so forth through it, right? That's all fine.
That too will be a
and
magic
dandy,
card
but
soon.
The advent of A-Pass, here the porter's time's coming to an end. Wonder what the man who delivers would say about that if he were still around. Anyway, the trekking boot data I shared is for a design that I gradually refined over the course of my training. They're tailor-made for mountain runs. Got great traction and peerless shock absorption for those hard landings.
Peerless.
There's no better shoe for traveling through rough country like this.
You're also a porter?
Nah. I'm more of what you call a Bokka. I walk the earth on my own 2 feet and carry the load on my back alone. Most porters and delivery bots do it differently. My methods are probably closest to those of the man who delivers. The term Bokka comes from Japan, where they had porters who worked exclusively in the mountains. You could count on Bokka to make deliveries, no matter how treacherous the terrain or remote the destination.
This man loves to say, Bokka. The man who delivers.
You mean to say you haven't heard of him?
Am I him?
The porter all others aspire to be like, the best to ever strap on a pack. After he made a name for himself in the UCA, he up and vanished. Just like that.
That's me!
Of course, like all legends, he's a man of many mysteries. With the help of the chiral network, though, I could probably learn a lot more about him. And the more I learn, the closer I'll get to becoming the Bokka who delivers.
Bokka.
Or so I hope. Oh yeah. Wherever there's clients in need and cargo to be carried, you can bet your ass you'll find porters. Of course, in the UCA, they started relying on A-Pass for distribution.
Those bastards.
So the delivery boys and girls have been drifting down here ever since. Plenty are working even farther south here, too. As times change, so does the nature of the job. New vehicles and nifty gear. Well, for the porters who fancy them. But none of this is as important as the shoes you wear. Worst comes to worst, all you need is a pair of shoes to get the cargo to its destination.
Well, I better get going.
Well, thank you. It's nice to know there are still people like you out there. Take care.
I am the Bokka.
Well done.
Alright. Your bridge is never going up. I'm gonna put up so many bridges. You'll be shocked and appalled at the number of bridges I'll build.
Take care, Sam. This one's for you.
This one's for you. Yep. I want to go to the distribution center over there. Blast Blue 1997 delivered repair materials to a post box. The Blast Blue 1997? Oh shit, Blast Blue 1997? Yeah, Blast Blue wasn't even out then. The man was prescient. I'm dying. Alright, I got some stuff for this distribution center. Scoop 'em up! Whoa, yeah! Had evocative picture of that guy in 2009. He thought Blast Blue was cool as a 12-year-old. Blast Blue is really cool. And I say that as an adult. Hey, buddy. Here's some garbage I found. I hit a wall when I got here, so it got damaged a little bit. I'm sorry. I was doing a 6 skid. I was drifting.
Thank you. Been looking forward to this.
Oh man, it's broken.
We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for bringing it in.
You're welcome.
You've got some seriously impressive skills.
Automatic handgun.
Something like this would be right up your alley.
Well, I'm into that, yes. Bandwidth.
You could use some extra materials as well, right? We'll see if...
There are 12 volumes of Blast Blue novel. What? I knew there was like a visual novel game, but I didn't know there were 12 books I could read.
I've shared with you data for a machine pistol. This weapon is capable of full auto fire and can be stowed securely in a holster. It may be compact, but it has plenty of stopping power. Good for all kinds of situations you might find yourself in.
Cool.
I hope it's to your liking.
Hope you like killing people.
Order completed. Well done.
You know what? Just out of curiosity. These are supposed to go to Villa Libre. Am I going to pass Villa Libre, or have I already passed Villa Libre?